What is going on? It's Zedmont. I am here on the Boom Beach Archipelago. That is a tough word to say. Archipelago. Anyways, we're doing Forlorn Hope today. We've had a ton of fantastic hits. So what I'm going to do, this op started, I don't know if it was an easy op or we just had people were just in the zone today or what, but we got 21 hits for Green Court and Strategize, and I'm hoping to take Green Court down on the next hit. I should probably update that note quickly. So I'm going to start out by showing Green Court because it's relevant and it just got hit by Mr. Please Loot Me. So without further ado, here we go. So I've already calculated this out. He uses 6 smokes and 5 shocks, and I think it was 5 flares. I can't remember off the top of my head. But he does, this attack is bananas. Like, I am not going to try and copy this because I just don't have the skill or the fine motor control or whatever you want to call it, but he hits perfect shocks on this, which I just can't do. I don't have the... I always tend to miss, so if you watch, he gets, look at that, perfect shock there, number 1. He got 3 lasers and a doom cannon. Another one, nice shock, gets the hot pot and the 2 lasers. That one is a good shock, not as difficult, but good nonetheless. And then look, see that one, not that tough. But this last one, bam. Like, he nailed, what, at least 2 perfect shocks, and it wasn't like they were back to back or anything. That was just amazing timing. Those perfect shocks, I just can't do. I always seem to miss them. I've got a video series coming out shortly to show the toughest shocks in Boom Beach, and those type of shocks are definitely up there. He takes off a huge chunk of the core. But I figured out that as long as I copy his exact smokes and flare points, I should have, let's show, where are we at here? I should have enough to do 6 shocks. And what my general plan is, let's see if I have my drawing app, yes I do, is to get down into here, and then I'm going to do 1 shock here, easy, another shock here, easy as well, another shock here, and then the machine gun ate him up a bit, so I'm going to go like that, and then like that, and then like that. And so the whole point of this is that it's 6 easy shocks, and I don't have to get like the perfect, I can do it quickly, just bam, 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 bam. Is that enough bams? I don't know. Anyways, so that's my plan for Green Court. He started with 167 GBE and had 3 left over when he got to core for 6 shocks. He had 120 when he got to core. So as long as I start and don't screw up, I should have 2 GBE left over. We'll have to. I've confirmed that. If you don't know about it yet, there's a website which is, where do I have it open? I had it open a second ago. Oh, my keyboard just died. Come on, keyboard. bbcalc.net. You just throw in all the GBE you expect to use and it spits out a number for you. But first, I'm going to show one more hit from Massive Attack. Let's start. I'm going to show 2 more, I should say. Busy day today. Where did you go? Raphael. Let's start with Raphael. This hit was fantastic as well. Untouched Manticore, Massive Attack. I haven't seen this hit before. He's actually going... The rocket launchers are in a little half moon on the right side, so he makes the call to go to the left side. I haven't seen the left side done before, and he pulled it off pretty much flawlessly. Nice little gap smokes. Nice corner flare to the wall back there. Didn't clear that mine, didn't have to because his Scorcher cleared it for the most part. And then, I don't even know what he did here, like it was pretty badass. Let's see here. So he flares over, shocks his Scorcher, I assume, shocks his Scorcher. That flare was amazingly fast. I mean, that it was like flare then shock was amazingly fast. Like, that is pretty. Had he have been able to clear that mine, actually, I don't think he lost any troops. They just got like 0 health. Look how low their health is. That's bananas. And then 2, 3 shocks. Some critters. And look at that. That is just pretty. Uses the med kit towards the end. Doesn't matter at first, obviously. Let's speed it up to 1 times now. Critters go for the critters. The shock launcher didn't go for the critters, unfortunately, but that was a great hit. He got a huge amount of, what's that, like more than 3/4 of the core down. So great hit. And then Mr. Loot is the focus today, it seems like. I'm going to quickly gloss over that so you hopefully didn't notice it. But so this cooker is a little bit more difficult because it has the grappler at the back. If that grappler gets your Scorcher, bad things will happen. But thankfully, the attack before managed to clear a lot of the mortars. So that makes... The thing about this attack is the lasers are almost... Like, all of these lasers are irrelevant. They will focus on the Scorcher. That's a Scorcher that I just drew. So they're not relevant. It's all about the mortars, because the mortars will just nuke all of your Zookas. So... let's show Loot's attack. This is the first time I've seen this done since they buffed the lasers and added the grappler. This attack is fantastic. Now, one of the things that we do is we flare to here. That's just a safety flare to get them grouped better. A lot of other task forces flare right to about here first, and we just don't do it because just lack of confidence, I guess. But flaring a little bit closer gets them grouped up a little bit better. And you see how much skinnier they get. They get nice and skinny, so you don't have to worry about much. And then watch this. This is pretty. Let's slow down to half mode. And so, because you can't tell how long a shock mine has left, you've got to really work it. Like, see, watch his flares coming. Come on, where's your flare? There we go. That flare's a little bit late. This is just me splitting hairs at this point. But his flare on core was nice and early, so it made up for it. Not peaked. Is he going to get peaked here? Nope, not peaked. And then watch this shock. I'll show you this as well. See, like once more, he nails the perfect shock. I always seem to miss. I don't know what it is, but he nailed that shock. All 4 mortars. This mortar's out of range. And then he nails that, and grappler. So 4 shocks in quick succession. And watch this. Zero losses. He lost no troops and drew a smoke dig. So a little bit weak on the smoke, but pretty badass. That was a fantastic hit. So I think that's all I wanted to show. Manticore, Phobos. Oh, I think I screwed this up. Did I screw this up? Anyways, let's get back to Forlorn Hope. Let's show... I want to show Minotaur first of all. Minotaur has... One of the things that we have... Like, basically, we have a guy who has an alternate account who will just join if we're empty spaces. And so, because we have 50 players... This is how we like to open Minotaur. He clears the mines, and his only job is to save GBE for the big hitters. So, nice little attack. Clears the mortar. And these cells here really help because it shows you can see exactly where to shock. Normally those cells aren't there, but it actually worked out way better to have the cells there. And then he's just basically trying to get more GBE free. That's all he's trying to do, is free up more GBE. Does he get that boom cannon down? Yes, and then he retreats. Super simple open. Just saving GBE, and then Soup. This is the one. This op started so strong. Where is Soup? Where are you? Not Manticore. On Minotaur. Watch this. This is bananas as well. So very nice. Takes a little bit of GBE. Soup never takes a lot of GBE. Nice gap smoke. Now the thing is, the gap smokes can happen down in this area because these rocket launchers aren't in range. You need to keep the delay on those rocket launchers. You can gap down here, but you can't gap up here. Hope that makes sense. Everyone probably knows that already, but... And then the last... We always flare right to this building health statue. That's our marker. And then right to core. Gonna slow this down again as well. Got it right when the... Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Those shocks are also tough. 4 shocks so far. Just crushing the core on this. Some critters. Double critter. This is only with 5 GBE statues too, for the record. And then 2 extra shocks just to try to get some extra hits in as those top rocket launchers hit the critters. Just pretty. Look how much of the health he got. Like, probably, what's that, 70%? Something like that. Just a beast hit. And then the soup again on Manticore. Where is Manticore? So there's 2 soups, same name, a little bit confusing. But this is an untouched Manticore as well. A little bit lucky on the rocket launchers. This hit is something that we do a lot. This is the standard hit for us. You'll see, again, this is how we typically take Manticore. We don't use the Scorcher Zuka all that terribly often. It's all about getting right up to core. Now, this is, what, 4 shocks and 2 critters, I believe? Watch this. This is, like, I love these hits. They're just, you have to shock so incredibly fast. Watch, I don't think that flamethrower even turned on the Zukas. Look at this. The rocket launcher hits him once and just crushes him, but again, another 70% of the core hit. Just pretty. And then I'll show Deer. Where is Deer? Come on, Deer. Deer, the Armister, Deermister, whatever you want to call him. I think he told me, or Deer my sister. He told me that everyone screws up his name, so I don't feel too badly about it. Same thing, using the same flare path, and then double smoke, and takes it down. Gets peaked, but knows it and drops his everything early enough that takes it down. Just pretty attacks. Should I attack now, or should actually let's just show a couple more. I'll finish it with my attack. Bruce Lee. This is Bruce Lee. His Chinese name translates to like prostitute or concubine from some random area. He doesn't speak Chinese. Fully English dude. Kind of funny that his name is Chinese for, I think it's like a female. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's concubine of some sort. If you speak Chinese, feel free to give me a translation. I don't think it makes complete sense. We've had a couple Chinese speakers look at it, but this is a tough shock as well. This shock over here is a little bit tough. You gotta hit, oops, I didn't get my drawing app up. You need to hit right about here. I'm sorry, right on the edge. I can't even draw it, see? Right on the edge, then you can get the rocket launchers and the machine guns. And then on this, you want to hit here so you can get the machine guns and the flamethrowers. But just a nice hit by Bruce. 1, 2, 3. And I think he actually manages to make some more magic. I think he has a whole bunch of GBE left, excuse me. Nice shock. 2 more shocks just to try and keep doing damage. Nice hits. I think like we've had like all good hits this time for the most part. I mean, let's see what else we had. Oh, Titanic. Oh yeah, let's throw A-Turtle. A-Turtle had a beast hit on Titanic as well. So the note said to try and get these 5 rocket launchers, and he actually pulled it off. I just sometimes I write, basically my notes are typically written in the hope that they'll happen, and if they don't, it doesn't really matter. It's not a huge priority, but he actually pulled it off. Used a 3 smoke landing, which isn't ideal. He got hit a little bit, but that is not a big concern. The best part is yet to come. I mean, the fact that this attack got pulled off blew my mind, really, because it shouldn't have. Like, he missed his shock on the mortar there, like by millimeters, or fractions of an inch, I guess you'd say in American. But then he resmokes perfectly timed. He actually screws up his, he has a smoke gap up here as well, which is a little bit unfortunate, just a little bit late. Probably should have smoked and then flared, but nonetheless, 5 rocket launchers down. Look at that. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then he actually clears some mines by core as well. So a fantastic hit. Just this operation, we don't typically have this good of hits. They're not, it's more of a war of attrition against Forlorn Hope a lot of the times, but today was a red letter day. So nice drop by Stunt. That's the key. The key to Titanic is keeping this cell. Let's draw it so I can't touch it. Keeping this cell. By having that cell there, it means that you can save GBE on the landing. So don't, if you're ever going to attack Titanic, don't remove that cell. And then nice corner flare. Corner, if you'll notice, it's always corner flares. Always, always, always. And then look at this. This is nice. Shock, shock, shock. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Just crushing Titanic. No clearing, no... I mean, we probably could have hit core without this clearing attack, but it just works out way better if you have some mines clear. So on a 25-man task force, they probably would have just hit core to start with, but we tend to try and make the hits a little bit more manageable since we have 50 players. So what's left? Am I done? I finished off Minotaur, basically unboosted. I think that's it. Let's have a look. Actually, I think Rage had. Let's have a look at Axiom. Actually, no, I wanted to show something on Titanic. Titanic has a little bit different lines than Machina and stuff like that. So let's pause it right there. So your spot on Titanic, you see this line right here and this line right here. It's critical to know the lines on shore. Like these lines that you see on shore, they're not just there for decoration. They are very, very useful. So if you take where this line meets this line, that is the spot. If you want to do a 2 smoke drop, that's your spot. You'll be able to cover 4 boats, and then the second one just fills in. So that's your key spot on Titanic. I still have a video coming out that I have to make soon just to show the spot on all the maps, but just pay attention. This is the critical bit, is pay attention to the lines, and just that's where your smoke goes. They walk above water on Titanic, which can be a little bit confusing because on Complex they walk down in here, but again, that's just knowing the lines as well. So if you want to do a 2 smoke drop on Titanic, that's your key. Let's get out of here. And without further ado, I think it's time. Let's have a look at Green Court again. I'm not sure how much health is there. Let's go. There is only 900,000, but 900,000 with 6 shocks is tough. So let's see if I can get any GBE back anywhere. No, nothing is low enough health that I can get anything back. Fire up the face cam. I've been getting a lot of grief from my task force. Primarily, please loot me, but a couple guys have jumped on the bandwagon about the lack of face cam. And I just don't think you want to look at a dude playing video games. I'm just, like, I don't completely understand it, so if you happen to believe that face cam is required, please let me know. Every time I watch someone who has a face cam, it just bugs me because I can't see the whole map. So that's why I do it. It's not that I'm like this hideous, disgusting person that is afraid to be on camera or something. I just don't feel the need to show it. I mean, if you want to see it, please let me know. And if there's an overwhelming response, but if I had a huge thing up here that was like a picture of me, you wouldn't see like a fifth of the screen. It just seems ridiculous. Here, I'll draw a picture. There we go. Here I am. Got a head and a Bit of a beard right now. Face cam. Gotta see. I'm not the O. I'm not sure what that means. The O face. Oh, no, you're not gonna see an O face. That's for sure. No vinegar strokes here. Let's get a dive going first. Okay, so I think I'm boosted. I'm just gonna check here. I realize that this is ridiculous and most people think this is dumb, but it's what I do. So I got 166 GBE. That is good. Let's drop a troop. And the reason why I drop the troop is if you just do a GBE attack, it doesn't show you your damage, and that's what I primarily want to check. I can check the GBE by looking at my gunboat. Like if you look right here, you can see how much GBE you have. But I wanted to check to make sure that all my damage statues are in fact boosted. Yes, yes they are. Okay, I'm nervous. One more quick look. I hate live attacks, especially like this. This kid is potentially gonna be a huge fail. So let's just double check again. These ones shouldn't be in range. Okay, that jittery feeling you get when you gotta do an operation attack. I don't know about you guys, but my heart starts pounding a bit, and it gets a little bit nerve-wracking. It's kind of funny how a video game gets nerve-wracking, but nonetheless, here we go. On with the show. So as soon as they get to that point right about there, went a little bit farther than I would have liked to. Only lost 2 Zukas, I think, though. And one of the things that you're trying to do here is just get your Zukas folding. The more folding they do, the tighter of a group they do. So I'm going to let them fold a little bit here, and then we're going to go right for there. Smoke there. And there. So far so good, I think. And the reason why we have to go up is because of that goddamn fence. And then we're going to come down into here. Oh, that's not good. My smoke's a little bit left of center. Get underneath there, you morons. Did I get peaked? I'm not sure. A little bit late on my shocks. I got destroyed. Ah! Motherfucker. Fail. So, that sucked. That sucked badly. I was a little bit late, and I just fucking blew it. Okay. No bueno. So you see what I was trying to do there anyways. Let's see here. I was just late. Did I get peaked? That's what I want to see first. Fuck. I'm gonna watch this in halftime because I think something turned. I'm not sure. Oh, I wonder if I was peaked. That's probably what happened. And the way you tell, the way you can tell if you've been peaked with lasers is that you can watch these little satellite dishes turn to where they're going to shoot. So let's have a look. I'm going to watch it in half speed. I'm not really sure how I would have got peaked there, but nothing has turned so far. Right, where am I? Oh, some of these ladies, what? Heather right here. I'm going to assume it's this Heather right about here that's going to be the problem. Nothing has turned so far. Yeah, look at that. Okay, full on peaked. Wow, I got peaked by every single laser and I didn't even clue in. So I probably should have flared a bit further or flared a little bit later, but totally peaked and totally screwed myself. So probably should have shocked earlier. Just my bad. That was bad, bad, bad. Thankfully we got tons of hits left, but My shock plan worked. I mean, I missed this Doom Cannon, but that's not a big deal. But I was just peaked, so that's why it's critical to keep your delay. Blew it. I don't even know. I'm gonna see how much damage I did. Ah, that's frustrating. Okay, I did a total of 50,000. I would have been better just to GBE the core than that, but whatever. Fucked by Heather. So I think that's all I got. Oh, my future account does not have the Crab Shadow yet, for those who care. That's just a quick summary of our operations so far. 20 hits. Strategize. Let's have a quick look. Strategize is likely going to be 2 more for the back shield generators, and then maybe 2. Let's see how much health. Probably 2 or 3 heavy Zuka attacks on the core. So one thing, just to go over it, one thing to be aware of that the biggest mistake I see on these, oops, let's delete this so I can zoom in, is if you're going to hit these shield generators, flare here. Anyone who flares here or here or here will fail. It's always a failure. Just flare right here. This can be taken down with 1 shock probably. Like, all you have to do is get to the back wall, and then if you notice this shock launcher doesn't reach, the rocket launcher won't reach the majority of your troops. So all you have to do is get to here and do 2 shocks is plenty. I mean, especially if you do a perfect shock here and here, you can get all of these defenses. You don't really need to, but that shield generator will go down without a problem. Same thing over here. Really, you can get, if you get to the back wall, you can probably take down the shield generator with just 1 shock here. Because what's going to happen is these rocket launchers have a 3-second delay, and all you need is 2 hits on that, maybe 1 hit. So when you're hitting these shield generators, flare to the back wall. That's the critical bit. Flare centered left to right against the back wall. That is all I've got for today. Forlorn Hope, Triangle 9. I don't know if I've mentioned it already. I haven't in this video yet, but we have another task force. It's called Baby 9. There are only 7 players in it. You'll notice the VP requirement is only 200. So if you're a lower level, like I think the highest level we have in there is 55. So if you're a low level, jump in there. We've got Rafio, who just did that crazy Scorcher Zuka hit on Manticore in there. A couple other players with their alternates. Jump in there. Rafio's leading the charge. He'd love to have you. Let's see what these guys are saying. Heather killed me, yep. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. And I will hopefully have my Dr. Terror video up very